Welcome to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm continuing my Theodore Sturgeon series tonight in this video. And I'm still working on all the short stories he published with a newspaper syndicate before he ever published any science fiction or fantasy. And this is his 8th of those stories, titled Some People Forget, which was published May 30th, 1939. Now, May 30th should kind of tell you what to expect from this story going into a syndicated newspaper. May 30th, of course, would have been Memorial Day that year. And so this short story, and it's a very short story, it is exactly that. It's a Memorial Day story by Theodore Sturgeon, where you have a kid who's kind of an orphan. He lost his parents. He's living with his aunt, though. Not living in an orphanage. He's living with his aunt has raised him, but he's always been a difficult kid, always been kind of a bully. And in the story, he's in his late teens or maybe early 20s now, and he's kind of a bully. And he sees this guy he knows, neighborhood guy, and the bully is with 4 friends, and they're going to follow this guy because they see he has flowers, and they think he's going to give them to his girlfriend, and so they're going to follow him and harass him. Okay, they think this is good fun, and so they follow him. And he passes one neighborhood girl's house. No, not her. Passes another one. No, not her. Is heading toward the cemetery. And I think it's Mary, lives the other side of the cemetery. He must be going there. This is going to be fun. But then the guy turns into the cemetery and walks into the cemetery and places the flowers on the grave of a veteran. And so the bully comes up behind him, asks him what he's doing. The guy says, every Memorial Day, he puts flowers on a veteran's tomb. And that basically shuts the bully down. Okay, good story. Very short. There's a twist ending that I'm not stating here. You got to read it and enjoy it. Might be a little difficult to find because the only place, I never knew these stories existed. For many years, I loved Sturgeon's work and never saw any of these stories anywhere until these books started coming out. This is volume 1 of the complete stories of Theodore Sturgeon, published by North Atlantic Books. They're now out of print. I think you can still get them as ebooks, but the actual hardcover like this is now on the used market and valuable. I was buying these as they were released by North Atlantic Books because I just, complete stories of Theodore Sturgeon. I had to have it. And these stories are all in here, and I never knew about them before. And so this is the first I'm reading them, and very curious stories because I always thought of Sturgeon as this science fiction fantasy author. I never dreamed he wrote anything like this, and even if I did know that he wrote non-genre stuff, I wouldn't have guessed that he was writing something short and more literary for newspapers. I never would have imagined that. These stories, as I talk about them, a lot of you viewers are liking my reviews, and you've read these stories, and you're talking about how much you love these stories, which again surprises me because I didn't know anybody even knew about this stuff. I didn't know about it. I didn't know anybody else did. But apparently a lot of you do know about these and do really love these works of Sturgeon. So cool. Recommended story. It was good, but not what you expect if you expect the science fictional Sturgeon. Some People Forget. If you've read Some People Forget, please leave your comments in the comment section. Otherwise, the next Sturgeon is Extraordinary Seamen. I hope you'll join me for that and all the other Theodore Sturgeon stories and other videos that I produce here on Telltale Books.